Todo pasa y todo queda, pero lo nuestro es pasar, pasar haciendo camino, camino sobre la mar. Nunca perseguí la gloria, ni dejar en la memoria de los hombres mi canción. Yo amo los mundos sutiles, ingrávidos y gentiles, como pompas de amor. Me gusta verlos pintarse de sol y gran arbolada, bajo el cielo azul temblar, súbitamente y quebrarse. Nunca perseguí la gloria. Darse hace camino, y al volver la vista atrás.
Whether you're across the street or around the world, you have millions listening to KLEDLIVE.com.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever part in the world you are. This is your host Leo in the Ventocilla show. You are listening to KLEDLIVE.com all over the world, and if you're locally using the traditional radio in 91.1 FM. We are here today with a deluxe, I would say deluxe guest. His name is Pepe Serna. Everybody that is of my generation, plus other generations before me and futures to come, I'm pretty sure will know him. I will introduce him shortly, and we let him have or tell us what it's all about. There's a new movie coming called Man from Reno, and he'll talk about that all the time that he wants. I really appreciate Pepe. I know you're a busy man today, and you have other important interviews, and I really appreciate you giving us the time. But before that, let me tell the whole world who Pepe Serna is. He's the ever-reliable Hispanic-American actor, has appeared in more than 100 feature films and 300 television shows, but he's most recognized for his performance in several motion pictures, including Scarface with Al Pacino, Silverado starring Kevin Costner, The Rookie with Clint Eastwood, and American Me. Who doesn't remember American Me with Edward James Olmos? He was born in Corpus Christi, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Pepe Serna. Hello, Pepe.
Hello, Leo. It's a pleasure meeting you.
You are a very busy man. I really appreciate you coming again to the studio, giving us this time, because you're promoting a movie, in which is I seen the trailer. Those that don't know what the movie is about, Google it and go to YouTube and see Man from Reno. Before we go to the movie, Pepe, how long have you been in the business?
Well, I've been an actor since I was 3 years old. I mean, I knew I was an actor. I wasn't going to be an actor. I was born to do it. So, but here in Hollywood, March 18th, I got here 46 years ago. So that's just in another week, I will have been here 46 years.
So that was like from Texas coming to Hollywood. It was like a Hollywood dream.
Well, it was always a Hollywood dream, but it was from Corpus Christi. When I was in high school, I went to Mexico City to visit. I came back, and then I did a movie in 1964, Jacket of Blood and Gold. I was a bullfighter. And then we went to raise funds in New York, and I worked at the World's Fair in 1965. In the New York World's Fair, I was a barker at the Moroccan Pavilion. Those are the guys that stand out front. It's showtime, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most unusual, one of the most exciting shows, and that brings the crowds in. From there, I went back home. I was in college, then I went into the Marine Corps for 6 months. After the Marine Corps, I went to Mexico City for a couple of years to get my break, to start off there, and I did the production of Hair in Acapulco, and we rehearsed in Tlatelolco. And from there, I fell in love with La Diana, the goddess of the hunt, in front of Sanborns por la Reforma in Mexico. And so I came to California, and the second day I got here, my friend Yippee, that was the lead in Hair, was an Acapulco Beach boy, says, I'm going to take you to meet a friend. So I came and I met my real life Diana. Her name is Diane,
Right.
and we've been together now for 46 years.
Congratulations.
And
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. And now I'm going to bombard you with questions because
Please
I
do.
mean, as much as I can, because I
Yeah.
know you have to leave.
Yes.
And I have to be considerate of your time. How this movie with Al Pacino took place? Was it hard to get the part, or?
Well, it was, yeah, they wouldn't see me. Eddie Olmos was helping them cast it. He told them to see me. They flew me to New York to audition, and make a long story longer, I got the movie, and was a great part. It's been a very memorable part in people's memory. They remember the scene.
Yes, you also have Silverado with
Kevin
Kevin
Costner,
Costner, and also with Clint Eastwood in The Rookie.
the rookie.
And that's great experience. I guess every work that you had left some impression on you to be a better actor.
It's always, like I say, I was an actor since I was born.
Right.
So it was always doing it, and I was never impressed by anybody. What I mean by not impressed is that I wasn't in awe, because I belonged.
Right.
Like we all do. We belong
Yes.
in this world, doing what we're doing,
Exactly.
and we have to have that respect. And Gregory Peck.
Yes,
And
yes.
Steve Martin,
Yes,
and
yes.
Chevy Chase,
You
and
brought some-
Richard Pryor.
You brought some pictures
Some
here.
pictures, yeah, and like you were talking about American Me with Edward
yes,
James Olmos.
Yes, yes.
And it's been an incredible career to work with. I was Jennifer Lopez's father in 2 series.
yes, yes.
Second Chances and Hotel Malibu, right before she got the part of Selena, who was from my hometown, Corpus Christi. So
Those that are listening, we are all also streaming this live in Ustream. You have the link, and when you go to the website, live interview, you click there, and you are going to see us. You're going to see Pepe Serna there. These are pictures that he brought to us. Great. I mean, this is memory with Gregory Peck here. Amazing. And also, there's a movie here, a picture with Al Pacino, the one I seen it and I liked it. I couldn't believe when I see Pepe then and Pepe now. The movie is here, the postcard, Man from Reno, and all the
Man from
awards
Reno.
that it's getting.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And go online, Man from Reno, and see when it's coming near you. We won the LA Film Festival. It's an
Beautiful.
incredible movie. It's my 3rd movie with Dave Boyle, the director.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay.
And he's very interesting.
Yes, before we jump there,
Okay.
Pepe, since you've been so long in the industry, how do you see the Latino influence or working since then to now? Has it been easier, harder, or what's going on?
You know, it's all relative. It depends on who you are and how you get in. It's tough for Latinos.
Right.
We don't have the same opportunities. So now I just read on Latin Heat with Bel Hernandez that there are 30 people that have been cast in new series for the coming year. Whether they're a pilot, a couple of them are green lit, which means that you'll be able to see them. Others you may or may not see them. But at least it's starting to look, but it's always been up and down. It's not a constant upward. I mean, we should be in many, many more. And our public needs to come and support our movies in order for Hollywood to pay attention, because our public goes to see, our Latinos, they go see all the movies that everybody else wants to see.
Correct. Yes.
You know, the
yes.
gladiators, all the action stuff.
You say in one of your remarks that I think it's your remark that says they always cast you for a killer or being killed.
Yeah, I was always I'm a Latino, right? Mexicano, Americano, and so gangster,
Right,
or,
right.
or the end of the gun of the gangster.
But for you, it's probably much easier since you are born actor to mingle with actors, like you said earlier. You feel yourself like in family, so you exploit your knowledge there. But there, I mean, your acting, your ability.
Hmm.
But there are sometimes actors that are not actors, and those are the complainers, I guess, because they want to be because I'm pretty or handsome or something.
Well, it's Latinos have a tendency to complain, but we really don't complain enough because we should be on many, many more television shows and be in films more. But you have to suck it up and just continue to do it and create your own material. Last year I made 7 feature films because independence. I've been doing this for a long time, so all the kids that grew up watching me and now their kids, and now they're wanting me to be in their movies, and so they're casting me. I'm getting so many offers to do films because I've been around and I like to work with youngsters.
Uh, Considering again, like I said about your time, your experience in this field has been so great. There's so many questions to ask, but I'm gonna just be based on your answers. You also paint.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you been successful with your paintings?
Yes, I've been very successful. Success is relative. See, people think that success is money and
Correct.
fame.
Yes.
But success is being able to do what you love to do. If you can do what you love to do, then you're incredibly gifted and successful. And that's the trick, is that how was I be able to do 100 movies and 300 TV shows? It's the same way as I was painting. I was painting for me and my wife. I've been with my wife for 46 years. Our house, every house we've had has been a work of art. I'm creating, we've done a documentary on my life. It's called Life is Art. And it's how I have lived my life as art. Not, oh man, if I get that job tomorrow, it's going to be really exciting, or I'm going to go in for that interview and see what I can get. I've got a big interview coming up with the LA Times for this movie that is the most important movie I've done ever, probably. And it's the right time for everything. And so, but as far as the fame of the art, I mean, I've been to Dubai, and I've had shows in I'm from Texas, so I've had quite a few shows in Texas, here in California, and my artwork has sold all over the country because it's on the internet.
Sure, yeah.
So in that case, yeah.
You're also a cancer survivor.
Cancer survivor.
Congratulations.
Exactly.
It's amazing. You look so healthy. And I've been seeing you. I would never think that you're a survivor, so to speak, the way you spoke it, the way you mentioned it.
Yeah.
So it must have been kind of being strong, and mainly the support of the family, right?
Oh yeah. No, and it's a state of mind. It's like
State of mind.
the first day that I found out that I had cancer, and I felt, I was crossing over to where I live, and it's beautiful, the sailboats and the ocean, and just everything is so beautiful. And I said, so what? What has this meant, my life? All these movies, all the success and recognition and work that I've done with students has always been my biggest thrill. And then the second day, I said, no, let's get this party started. Let's continue. And I know why it's been. I've had a few close death experiences in the past, and why am I here and somebody else isn't? Who knows? But the main thing is that you live your life, like I was saying. Life is art. To live it in a state of, to follow your bliss, like Joseph
Right.
Campbell, the great writer, says. What does that mean? Follow your bliss. Follow what you love to do. Understand that that's it, and don't get hung up on, the hard thing is paying your rent, putting food on the table, feeding your kids. All of that is tough. But if you learn how, that I've done for 50 years, teach motivational classes, is that teach them how to, when they make money, that you have to save at least 10%, so that then you can reinvest that money so that your money can make money for you. I was telling you that 40 years ago, almost exactly right now, 40 years ago, I moved from across the street, right here on Sunset in Hobart. It's now a convenience store, but there was an apartment building, and it used to be luxury apartments for the studios. And so it was a great, great old apartment, just really classy. And we moved there to my first home that I bought in Eagle Rock. And it was an old Mexican hacienda, turned it into an incredible jungle. But I'm going on that was 150 feet away. I was sleeping for years in that apartment, just right from where I am right now.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are KLEDLIVE.com. BP Entertainment Company is in a historical place.
Yes.
And here's a living legend to attest for that. Thank you so much. Wow.
No. And see, my passion is, like I was saying, has been to teach kids improvisation, how to connect, communicate, and collaborate. How do you speak? How do you say your name? How do you understand what your bliss is? How important you are? You know, I wouldn't take my fame and whatever that means to whoever it is that I'm speaking to and say, my fame is your fame. I'm just a person just like you. And I make movies and I create my art and I do all that, but I have 1,000 banana trees in Palm Springs. I have 12 units, and I'm the gardener. I have to do it from the minute I get there to the time I leave. You would think, to lay by the pool. I don't get to do that. I have to work. I have to do it. My wife and I both. We do it together.
How nice. That's you know how to live life.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's not the fantasy. It's the reality of it.
Exactly.
And so don't be constantly, if I had, and that's why kids get into drugs and to sell drugs and to try to make money fast, and nothing comes fast. You have to work for it.
I agree 100%. Pepe, beautiful experience. I'm really I'm very thankful for you coming because you're a busy guy now. Let's go to the movie. How I seen the trailer. It's really nice. It's very well the way you are putting it, your best performance, so to speak, and it's great. It's appreciated that. Why made you make this movie now?
It's my third film with Dave Boyle, who he's a Mormon, and as a Mormon missionary, he did his missionary work in Australia in a Japanese community, so he learned Japanese. And I know it's probably close to you because I know in Peru there's a lot of Japanese people.
That's yes.
And you might even have a little Japanese in you yourself.
When I'm healthy, my eyes are tinted, like little tilted.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that it's my third film with him, and after the first film, he called me and said, "I'm going to write a lead for you." And not too many people stick to their word. A lot of people do a lot of talking. And they don't. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk.
Correct.
But Dave Boyle was one of those guys, and this has been my absolute favorite part and film because it's a very, very smart film. You have to really pay attention.
And then he wrote it for you, though. See?
He wrote that character for me, specifically for me.
Wow.
It's a long story, but actually the character was written. We were trying to do a different movie. And that kind of wasn't working out. They couldn't get through the story that they wanted to tell. And then when this Japanese movie came, they inserted the character into the new storyline, and then tweaked it and changed it. But working with Ayako Fujitani, who is Steven Seagal's Japanese daughter, and she plays she's an author from Japan who gets away from it all and comes to San Francisco. We shot it in San Francisco and San Juan Bautista, Hollister, up there where Vertigo was shot. And so I kind of play the James Stewart part in Vertigo, and this. So I'm a Mexican American sheriff in a Northern California town, and it's half Japanese and half English. So I'm the American star, and the fact that I'm the American star, and not it doesn't dwell on the fact that I'm a Mexican American. That's just what I am. But as you well know, people from every country in the world are here. As a matter of fact, in L.A., there are 30 countries that are represented in L.A. that have the second highest population of their country are from and live in L.A. 30 countries. The second highest population live in L.A. 30 different.
Amazing.
So that's why this movie is so good. It's an American movie. It's a good movie. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm Mexican American, except that I am.
Right.
But I could be anything.
Did you? There was any improvs there to improvise any action, any accidents?
That's where I come from is improvisation. But this was all we got because it took a while to get it made. That Ayako, Dave Boyle, the director, and we got to work it for about a year. We would do some scenes, he would go back, he would rewrite, then we would meet again. A few months later, we would work again. So we got to do that, and so we got to know each other and work together, and we just had the best time doing it.
Do you, a key word that I hear sometimes, you said took a year. So to make this movie, or to make any good project, any good movie, it takes time.
It takes time, and before that, it was a couple of years before that, and now it's been a couple of years after that. It seems like maybe 3 or 4 years in all, but now that we're putting it out, but it's a classic movie.
Yes. I see the trailer. I promise I'll see
well, I want the public to go out there and see Man from Reno, the movie.
Definitely.
Wherever you are in the world. Right now, we're at the Osaka Film Festival in Japan, and then that's where the director is right now. And so it's great, and we're coming back. We open here March the 27th here in Pasadena, and in the Lemley in West LA.
Correct.
And so be on the lookout, and I'll be here the LA Times calendar section on March the 22nd, and then on CBS March the 23rd at noon. They'll be doing an interview with me, and the important thing is for the public and the kids to see that here's a Latino actor who has been around forever doing the work, and like you say, not the complainer but the doer. But if you're a complainer, keep on complaining. But create your own. No, but create your own.
Right.
Don't be a llorón. Don't be like, oh, they don't. No, it's you.
I like that.
Just do it. Yeah. Don't be a crybaby.
I have to laugh because I haven't heard the word in a long time. But you're right. You're honest, And I seen people wanted to do a fast movie. Everybody was, fast. But here, I'm hearing from a man of experience, a year, 2 years preparation, and here's the product. Excellent, great. Another thing.
Even if you do it fast, it's going to take that long to edit and finish it off.
Exactly.
So, but go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, it's fine. I mean, anytime. Sometimes takes longer time to do a mistake, which could have been avoided if you would have done easy and slowly the first time.
Yeah.
Another thing that you mentioned, the Latinos here should, support any movies made by Latinos or Mexican American or whatever it is, because movies that don't make the money that the studios want to, believe you me, as a Hollywood Foreign Press member, these movies take their movies in the foreign market, and they make the money that they didn't make here compensate with the foreign market. It's amazing, and I seen it, and nevertheless they recognize the foreign market, saying, okay, Latinos in Mexico, South America, they make the money here. If we would be smart, most including me, to support the movie, these movies and any Latino movie, it would be great here. The industry would have more respect for the Latinos also
Yeah.
and say, you know, hey, you know, this guy's-
And then the youngsters that are, get your story told. Wherever your family's from, whatever part of Latin America or India or wherever you may be from. In our case, we try to help the Latinos because we're Latinos, but for me, I'm a human being. I want to help everybody from all over. Like I said, when I was 20 years old, I went to work at the New York World's Fair in 1965 as a barker at the Moroccan Pavilion, but I met people from all over the world. And that's when I fell in love with every culture, every religion, every different mindset and thoughts, how interesting that is. And I wish I could talk to you forever because this has been a very, very fun conversation for me, but I'm off to another, more interviews right now, but please come.
Yeah, I will.
See our
I
movie.
will.
And then the VOD, video on demand. That's where the most people see films. But if you get a chance, come see us live.
This movie is opening on the March 27th
27th
in
at the
Pasadena.
Lemley in Pasadena.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's the postcard, just in case, you know,
Yeah.
and here's all the awards that are receiving. Pepe, thank you so much. I know we can talk. This studio is going to
forever.
open for this is a historical place, and
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming. I congratulate you for the movie. I'm very, very proud to meet you, and definitely I will be there. Hopefully, the audience will also listen and come to support your movie. Any final words?
Just congratulations to you for doing what you're doing because
Thank you. Thank you.
you're an engineer by profession.
Thank you.
You're a very intelligent man, but the biggest thing, like with improv, is that you're a listener. That's what your listening public, without them realizing why it is that they're interested and like to hear you interview people, is because you're listening to what people have to say, and you're almost asking the questions that your audience out there is asking.
Correct.
So
yes.
thank you, Leo.
Pepe, thank you
What a
so much.
pleasure.
Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This has been KLEDLive.com in Hollywood and all over the world and in Hollywood 91.1 FM. Thank you so much for listening. This interview is going to be rebroadcasted probably tonight and also until the movie takes place on the 27th. And keep tuned. I remind you in Facebook, and you know where to find me. Thank you. Bye.
And 1 second, if you want something to do, every day, listen to KLED Live. Leo Bentivoglio.
Thank you, Pepe. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Good reporting never goes out of style. Listen to KLEDLive.com.
Dime, ¿por qué la gente no sonríe? ¿Por qué las armas en las manos? ¿Por qué los hombres malheridos? Dime, dime, ¿por qué los niños maltratados? ¿Por qué los viejos olvidados? ¿Por qué los sueños prohibidos? Dime, dímelo Dios, quiero saber. Dime por qué te niegas a escuchar. Aún queda alguien que tal vez rezará. Dímelo Dios, quiero saber. ¿Dónde se encuentra toda la verdad? Aún queda alguien que tal vez lo sabrá. Dime, ¿por qué los cielos ya no lloran? ¿Por qué los ríos ya no cantan? ¿Por qué nos has dejado solos? Dime, dime, ¿por qué las manos inactivas? ¿Por qué el mendigo de la calle? ¿Por qué las bombas radioactivas? Dime, Dímelo Dios, quiero saber. Dime por qué te niegas a escuchar. Aún queda alguien que tal vez rezará. Dímelo Dios, quiero saber dónde se encuentra toda la verdad. Aún queda alguien que tal vez lo sabrá. Pero yo no. Amigo mío, quizás andemos extraviados, pero todas las respuestas que queremos escuchar del Creador están adentro de nosotros mismos. Amigo mío,